As much as I love traveling to far-off lands, there's something to be said for staying closer to home. Exploring your own backyard is a great way to find inspiration, relax, and get to know where you live better. Plus, there are plenty of places to discover just waiting for you. I mean, who needs to fly halfway across the world when you can have an adventure right outside your door? This is exactly what I did when I moved to the bustling city of Manchester in England. I set out to explore all the hidden gems the city has to offer. And let me tell you, I was not disappointed. From trendy bars and restaurants to quirky museums and stunning architecture, I discovered so much about the city that I would never have known if I hadn't taken the time to explore it on foot. I fell in love with its vibrant energy and rich history and its people. So join me as I take you on a tour of everything I learned while exploring the nooks and crannies of this fascinating city. Along the way, I'll share my top tips for making the most out of your own urban adventures. So grab your walking shoes, an adventurous spirit, and get ready to discover the magic that awaits you around every corner. After all, sometimes the best adventures are the ones that are right under our noses. Now here's a fun fact for you. Did you know that Manchester is known as the birthplace of the Industrial Revolution? It's true, and during my explorations, I stumbled upon some remnants of this fascinating history. For example, did you know that Manchester used to be surrounded by canals? These days, they've been transformed into scenic walkways perfect for leisurely strolls or bike rides. You can even hire a boat and take a trip along them. I did just that. I hired a boat and took a trip along the Rochdale Canal. This 36-mile canal was completed in 1806 and is part of the Bridgewater Canal system. I loved seeing the old warehouses and mills along the canal banks, which are now used for other purposes, such as apartments or businesses. It was amazing to think about how this once busy waterway played a vital role in transporting goods during the Industrial Revolution. But that's not all. I also discovered some hidden gems like the beautiful Castlefield Viaduct. This 19th century viaduct is a picturesque spot with views over the nearby railway line and the River Medlock. I also visited the fascinating Museum of Science and Industry, which showcases the region's important role in the Industrial Revolution. One of the most memorable things I saw at the museum was the locomotive that once pulled the train carrying Mahatma Gandhi from Manchester to London. What an incredible piece of history! It is amazing to see how these relics of the past have been preserved and turned into tourist attractions that allow visitors like myself to learn about and appreciate Manchester's rich heritage. And let me tell you, the locals are incredibly proud of their city's history. Now, one of the best things about exploring a new city is trying out the local cuisine. And let me tell you, Manchester does not disappoint. From traditional British pub grub to international flavors, there's something to satisfy every taste bud. One of my favorite discoveries was Mackie Mayor. This historic market hall was built in 1856 and is now home to a variety of trendy bars and restaurants serving up delicious food and drink. I also explored the Northern Quarter, a vibrant neighborhood filled with independent shops, art galleries, and eateries. I tried some mouth-watering street food at Mackie Mayor and then grabbed a pint at one of the many pubs in the area. And let's not forget about football. I mean, it's no surprise that a city with two professional football clubs is passionate about the sport. I may not be a big football fan myself, but I couldn't help but get caught up in the excitement of a match day. The atmosphere was electric, and I could feel the passion and pride of the fans as they made their way to the stadium. Speaking of stadiums, did you know that Old Trafford, the home of Manchester United, has a capacity of over 74,000 people? That's a lot of football fans. Of course, I had to pay a visit to this iconic stadium, even though I'm not a huge football fan. I was amazed by the size and scale of the place and the rich history that surrounds it. I mean, it's been the home of Manchester United since 1910. Next, I headed over to the Etihad Stadium. the home of Manchester City. This modern stadium has a capacity of nearly 55,000, and it is also home to one of the most successful teams in recent times. I couldn't help but feel a sense of awe as I walked around the stadium and imagined the roar of the crowd during a match. While I didn't get to see a football match during my visit, I did get to experience another major part of British culture, tea time. Yes, I indulged in a traditional afternoon tea at one of the many tea rooms in the city center, and let me tell you, it was a delightful experience. I sipped on a freshly brewed cup of tea and ate delicious sandwiches, scones and pastries while soaking up the cozy atmosphere. It was the perfect way to take a break from exploring the city and indulge in a bit of luxury. I mean, how can you resist a classic cucumber sandwich and a warm scone with clotted cream and jam? It is hard not to feel pampered when you are sipping on a delicate cup of tea and enjoying these delicious treats. And don't forget about the company. Afternoon tea is often enjoyed with friends or family, making it a great opportunity to catch up and relax together. Now, as a tourist, I couldn't forget to snap some pictures of the famous sights, but I also wanted to capture the essence of everyday life in Manchester. And let me tell you, I found plenty of that too. From the bustling markets to the cozy cafes, I discovered that Manchester is a city full of life and energy. As I strolled through the streets, I noticed the colorful street art and the vibrant murals that adorn the buildings. It was clear to me that this city is home to a thriving art scene and a community of talented artists. I also loved exploring the different neighborhoods and soaking up the unique atmosphere of each one. The city's center is, well, the city center. It's bustling with people and full of shops, restaurants, and historic buildings. But as you venture further afield, you'll discover charming neighborhoods like Coralton or Didsbury, where you can browse independent boutiques and sample delicious street food. Now, if you're looking for some green space in the middle of the city, head to the beautiful Botanic Gardens. This oasis of calm is a perfect place to relax and unwind after a busy day of sightseeing. Or if you're looking for some culture, check out the Whitworth Art Gallery or the Manchester Art Gallery. I personally love the Manchester Art Gallery. It's free to enter and houses a vast collection of art from around the world, including paintings, sculptures, and photographs. I spent hours wandering through the galleries and admiring the beautiful works of art. Exploring Manchester's cultural scene is truly a feast for the eyes and the soul. If you're feeling musical, catch a show at the historic Bridgewater Hall or the Royal Northern College of Music. I discovered that Manchester is a city that embraces diversity and celebrates creativity. Now, I don't want to give away all my secrets, so I'll leave some more hidden gems for you to discover on your own. But I will say that I found some of the best treasures in the city's museums. Manchester is home to some fascinating museums that showcase the city's rich history and cultural diversity. One of my top recommendations is the People's History Museum, which explores the history of democracy and social movements in Britain. I also love the John Rylands Library, a stunning neo-Gothic building that houses a vast collection of rare books and manuscripts. The library's ornate architecture and peaceful atmosphere made it one of my favorite spots in the city. To be honest, exploring Manchester felt like discovering a new city without ever leaving home. There's something truly special about getting to know a place on foot, and I encourage anyone who's lucky enough to live near this city to do the same. You never know what hidden gems you might find just around the corner. So what are you waiting for? Lace up your walking shoes and explore all that this amazing city has to offer. And if you're not a local, well, consider this your official invitation to come and see what Manchester is all about. I hope my journey has inspired you to explore your own backyard and discover all the hidden gems that await you. Whether you're strolling through a bustling city or a quiet neighborhood, you never know what treasures you might find. So grab your walking shoes, an adventurous spirit, and get ready to explore. Who knows where your journey might take you? Thanks for watching, and until next time, Happy exploring!